Okay, cool. Well, first live on YouTube. Haven't really done this, but it is what it is. I'm here to use what I know to teach whoever might be watching. And it's not, really important if you watch live, if you watch later. It's information. It's good stuff. Now, I got a couple of dogs near me, so if I start randomly yelling stop or no or something like that, don't worry. It's just the dogs. But I'm thinking in this live, I'm probably gonna start off by talking about structure. And what I mean by structure is you want to, when it comes to your credit, structure relationships properly. Sit. Sit. Down. Down. Now. Max. Down. Lay down. Down. Now, you want to structure your relationships with banks properly. So, with that being said, going to a bank and asking for a credit card off rip, for example, it's possible to get one, but it's not going to build the best relationship. You have so many banks that will offer you credit, and you don't even have a checking account with them or a savings account with them, right? You know why they do that? Because if you're the type of person who doesn't understand this credit game, doesn't understand, how to manage their money, the bank actually makes money off of people like you. If you receive a, $15,000 credit card in the mail, you know what I'm saying? Imagine what some people would do with that 15,000. Some people would see that number and just like, first of all, be shocked and think it's like, is it real? Da 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 da. Like that money belongs to them. That's the problem. You don't want to have the type of mindset where the first, credit number surprises you. You don't. Because if you see a card, come in the mail and you actually apply and get approved for it, and then you see $10,000, $15,000 pop up, you're honestly gonna think it belongs to you. That's what I did. I used to think that the credit belonged to me, but it doesn't. It doesn't belong to you. When you see that number pop up, you have to understand that that is the bank's money. They are giving you the opportunity to mess up. They want you to fail, so to speak. Like, they're not gonna tell you that outright, but like, read the fine print. You know what I mean? They'll give you deals, for example, for like 0% for 12 months, 15 months. And most people don't sit there and go, hey, 15 months, I got a plan for this. I'm gonna sit here and, you know, spend this money on something that'll make me money. They don't do that. They think to themselves, I got 15 months to pay no interest. Oh man, let me go buy this. Let me go buy this. Let me buy that. And now, once the deal is coming to an end, you know what I mean? You start to realize that you don't have everything you need to pay it back, and then all of a sudden, now the balance you had on that credit card starts to get interest. It get hits with that interest rate that you didn't really look into too much because you were excited about the limit. That's what happens. A lot of people get a high limit credit card and not know that the bank is betting on you to lose. Because as soon as you spend that money and you don't have a way to pay it back, now starts accumulating interest. interest is literally you just they created the banks make money by creating interest. You know what I'm saying? They loan money to people, and then when they start to pay it off, the number slowly decreases. It doesn't decrease by what you actually pay into it because part of it goes to interest and part of it goes to the principal. Car loans and credit if you pay at the wrong time, all of that. I'm just saying. I don't really want to hear too many more adults saying, "Oh man, I wish I learned this in high school. I wish I learned this in college." You know, I don't want that to happen anymore. I would prefer that people, you know, coming out of high school, you know what I mean, coming out of college, you know what I'm saying, know this information early on. Like, if you don't know that, for example, 35% of your credit score is the payment history. If you don't know that, man, you know how many people done messed up their credit score just by being late on a payment one time. One time, that's all it takes. 35% of your score, that shit can mess you. Like 30 points, 40 points. Imagine if you had 3 late payments. Imagine if you just, you canceled a cell phone bill and then you forgot that you had, a little bit left over and you forgot to pay it. That late payment shows up on your credit report. Now you done lost 60 points and you wondering why. And on top of that, there's another thing you might not know is to actually check your credit report. People so caught up on the score that they forget. You gotta go look at the report because the report is the reason your score is what it is. If you got a 700, that's because your report probably has not that many inquiries on it. Probably got all of these on-time payments. It's probably got fucking, you know what I'm saying? Low utilization. That's another thing. People don't know about utilization. You know what I mean? If you got $10,000, and you are using $1,000 of that 10, that means you got 10% utilization. That's great. But as soon as you get to 30% utilization or higher, your credit score more than likely will go down and stay down until you fix that. And that's just that. No, that's 30% of your score. What I just told you, utilization is 30% of your score. So imagine you got a late payment and you done maxed out a credit card. That's why your credit score low. I'm just saying. All right, I'm gonna start reading some of these comments here because I've been talking to myself this whole time. Let me see what's up. All right, hi. How do you? Where the drugs, Brody? I ain't got none. I ain't got them. Yo, bro, give me your best advice you've ever had. Okay, my best advice I've ever had. To use your imagination to get paid. People who use their imagination get paid the most amount of money. Now, see, you think that's the like no, I'm serious. Imagination is the highest paid profession. Right under that is basically communication. You know what I mean? Like speakers. You know what I mean? Think about Eric Thomas. Think about Ed Milet. Think about Myron Golden. You know what I'm saying? David Goggins. The speak rappers. Look at like Jay-Z, Kanye, the communicators. Those people get paid, pretty well. But the imagination, that's Jeff Bezos. That's Elon Musk. Think about how much they get paid. They use their imagination. They create shit that ain't even like they are the top imaginators. So there's that. And then you got communication. Under that, you got implementation, which is like your manager at work. You know what I'm saying? They tell other people what to do and they make something happen. They don't do it themselves. And then you got the level right beneath that, which is the actual workers, like labor. You're the person that the implementer told what to do. You know what I mean? That's why people get paid $7 an hour, $10 an hour, because somebody else has to tell them what to do, and then they do it and wait for the next move. Like they don't have to think. They don't have to, you know what I'm saying? That's why employees at McDonald's be mad, because they just sit there and wait for the next person to make an order, and then they gotta read a script. Oh, would you like to use your app today? And they be pissed off. You ever notice motherfuckers who work at McDonald's be mad? Why are you mad? You filled out the application. I didn't tell you start working there. Don't be mad at me because I'm hungry and I pulled up to get a, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. I like the employees that got nice attitudes. I'm just saying. If you gonna apply for the job, I mean, damn, they told you how much they was gonna pay you, like in the beginning. What you mad about? All right, let me keep reading. Hi to you too. Another hi. How old are you? What advice would you give a 22-year-old? I hope you still here. I mean, shit. Oh yeah, no, you down? Okay, be my finance mentor. Cool, I got you. I got you. But 22 years old, I'm gonna tell you this right now. When it comes to finances, if you 22, it's time to start stacking your access. Okay, that's another word for credit, but credit is access. Right now, at 22 years old, you can basically mess up everything and still have time to fix it. So I'm not encouraging you to mess up anything. I'm just saying, if you were to for example, apply for a few credit cards, 3 or 4 of them, that's 4 inquiries on your credit report. But you're 22. By the time you're 24 years old, all of those inquiries will fall off. You'll have 4 credit cards that are 2 years old. By the time you're 30, you'll have 4 credit cards that are 8 years old. Your credit score is probably going to be 800. I'm just saying. Like you. What? Religion? I don't be talking about religion. More Action Podcast. I talk about finances, business. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. But this was cool. This was real. This was fun. I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here. See y'all next time. All right. Thanks for tuning in.